Hi guys, it's Christy and I'm making a video. So on Instagram, I go by Mom's Closets Texas, and that's my name over here on YouTube. I'm mostly on Instagram as a reseller and interacting with people, but I'm over here on YouTube too. I just don't make videos. The only videos I really make are testing my products. And lately I haven't even been doing that since eBay has the feature within them. But anyway, so I haven't done a lot with videos, but I thought I would just come on over and introduce myself and just get used to it and get started making videos. A while back, I went to FlipCon, which was a really great reseller event where I got to meet a lot of people, and a lot of those people had YouTube channels, and all of them were just really kind and helpful. And you know, I got to learn a lot about both reselling and the social media part, and I really enjoy interacting with everybody on Instagram. After I went to FlipCon, I got to meet people who, like I said, are on YouTube and they're used to this. I got to meet Rachel Strickland. I met Angie Resells. I met a rural squirrel, Kristen. I met Christy, who is Collins on the Move. I got to meet so many people. I got to have lunch with Carrie and Dawn from American Arbitrage and Lady Arbitrage. Dave, NC Picker, NC Flipper was there as well. Art of Resell came to the same lunch. It was just a really cool experience. And then just all the other people that I got to meet at the actual event. I mean, Harry Tornado's the one who put it on, and Haley and Caleb from Phoenix Resell, Cha-Ching King. I could go on and on with all the different people that I got to meet, and then people who spoke as well that just gave some really good advice. More than advice though, it was motivation and it was encouraging. And so with the ladies that I got to meet, Rachel Strickland, Angie Resells, and Kristen from A Rural Squirrel, along with Chrissy, my partner who's also getting started and doing her own YouTube thing now, it was really empowering. And from that event, I'm sure you guys know, if you know these ladies, they started a podcast, Let's Do Lunch podcast. And it's a reseller podcast with a female perspective, but it's also just a female podcast. And I've really been enjoying it. Today, I got to listen to last week's podcast. And I have to say, it's the impetus, it's the reason why I decided to finally make a video. They mentioned me personally, and they mentioned Chrissy, and I was kind of blown away. They were saying that we needed to make videos, that we had the knowledge, we had the information, and that we could make a video just as good as anybody else. I'm not so sure about that yet, but that's okay. I'm getting there. So, you know, Angie talked about that she didn't want to make a video for a long time, and it was because she thought she needed to be skinny. And, you know, that's kind of the same way I feel about a lot of it. I was like, nobody wants to see me on TV. Nobody wants to see me on YouTube. You know, I'm self-conscious. I don't like the way my voice sounds, whatever. I think I have stuff to share, and I've been doing that on Instagram. I've been making reels, and I've been having a lot of fun doing that. But then today, you know, hearing that from those women's voices made me think I can actually do this. So I'm going to try to make a few videos, probably be shorter. I'm not necessarily going to follow the formats of everybody else. I'll probably do some what solds. I'll probably share with you some things that I find that I think are unique. But I just wanted to give a shout out to those women for being one of the reasons why I got started. Another reason is Courtney Bolo Buddies asked me to share a bolo, and it was a pretty cool bolo. And I am not a YouTube person, but I made a video, and I made it and I put it out there, and she put it on her channel. And you know, at first I was like, oh, I don't like this. I don't want to do this, but I did it. And you know what? I didn't die, and I don't go read comments. So I didn't go see what anybody had to say. I don't care, but I did it and I survived. Then another thing happened, which was so scary, but so fun, is I got to be on Rachel Strickland's live a few weeks back. It was a Thursday night live. It's 2 hours where you're on a video and a StreamYard and you're just chatting and people are in the chat and you talk. I did not think I could do something like that at all. So anyway, I did it. Rachel made me feel so very confident, and it really helped. So, you know, this Queen Squad, we have these 5 ladies including myself. We met at FlipCon. We've met before FlipCon. Angie's live was the first one I went to and interacted in the chat. And I had never done that before. Rachel was one of the first people that I DM'd, and she responded to me and she answered a question, or, she responded to me tagging her in something. And I just, the camaraderie and the friendship and the love that I get from the community, I don't know, I wanted to share how amazing that was. So here I am, I'm making my own video, my first video. I don't know how to edit. I don't know how to film. One of the things they were talking about today was that women feel like they have to be ready to be on camera. So this is me today. I wear glasses to see the computer, but I don't normally wear glasses. I'm not wearing makeup. This is my at-home, casual area. This is just me. So this is how I am on Instagram. I make reels sometimes when I'm out and about finding things at estate sales. And this is just me. So I thought, what better way to start was to, just be me and not make too big of a fuss about it. I am a reseller mom. I live in Texas. I have been reselling. It's just a very casual thing for years and years and years. My eBay account is over 20 years old. So I started the eBay account calling it Mom's Closets because I was cleaning out our closets. I was selling my kids' Gymboree clothes. I, at the time, had 2 kids. I now have 3. I sold Disney costumes. I sold toys. As time went on, we would sell a Wii or we would sell a Tickle Me Elmo because we'd find them at a good deal at Costco, and we'd buy 2, one for us and one to sell. And then we'd sell it at Christmas and, make enough money to pay for ours usually. My kids went through video games like crazy, and we'd sell video games every now and then. But then life got super busy because I had 3 kids and my husband worked a lot and traveled a lot. And I found myself donating all the time. I clean my kids' closets out and I donate it. Clean my kids' closet out, go on Facebook, tell my friends, do you want these videos? Do you want these games? Do you want these clothes? Do you want these toys? And so I didn't mind doing that. I like to donate. I like to help and, pay it forward. Well, then 2020 comes around and I have 1 child at home. And then I had 2 children at home because the college student had to come home. And everybody is in their offices. My husband's in an office, the college student's in a bedroom. My child, who was in 8th or 9th grade at the time, he was in his office. They were doing homeschool, homework, and I wasn't doing anything. So I used to volunteer a lot. I used to be a band mom. I used to be a PTA president. I can get in front of people and talk, but I used to do all these things and I was home. So going back to the closets, I went up to the toy closet and I'm like, does anybody want these Lego? They were Lego that had been put together and then packed up and moved twice. Nobody in my family wanted the Lego. They were Lord of the Rings Lego. So I unpacked those. Some of them had to be put back together. And I went to the Lego store and I picked out a few pieces that needed to be replaced. The bricks and minifigs little store. And I'm playing with Lego and I'm building Lego on our kitchen table and making it, complete. And then I'm selling it. And we had about 6 sets. Some of them were the larger ones. A couple were not put together at all. They were opened, but not 100% put together. So there were a couple sealed actually. I made our family about $1,000 that Christmas doing that. In that time, I found some reseller YouTube videos. I've always been a fan of things like Pickers or Storage Wars. I've just always have, and I've always was going to do that kind of thing, and I never did. So Harry Tornado was one of them. Curiosity Inc. was another one. He kind of was in a different realm, but still found it really interesting. He mentioned Crazy Lamp Lady. Harry Tornado mentioned Rachel Strickland, and it just kind of stacked up. And then January 2021, I found out that a lot of them were on Instagram as well. So I went to Instagram and I started interacting, and then I decided I was going to create just a separate Instagram, and it was going to be my business account. So that's where my Mom's Closets Texas came from. There was already a Mom's Closets on there. So I added the TX for Texas because that's where I live. That's where I've been at for almost 20 years. And I started interacting, and I really, really loved the community. So getting close to 2 years on the reselling as my job. and getting close to 2 years on being on Instagram as well. Through that, you know, you find the YouTube channels too, and you interact, and, you know, it's a lot of fun. And in the back of my head, I thought I could make a video, but then I just didn't think there was anything that I needed to say that hadn't already been said. So I'll find some fun things to do and work on videos and work on editing. I had some cool reels that I've done in the past with a little bit of educational information. I may turn those into YouTube videos. I doubt it'll be something on the regular, but I will try to, you know, keep you updated. And I really appreciate anyone and everyone who takes the time to watch and interact. And, you know, it's a new venture for me, and I'm really happy to be here. So there's one thing that I did want to do, because I have this really cool thing, and I thought at the end of each of my videos, I was going to read a quote from this cool thing I have that is Wonderful Women. So we'll end with a cool quote. And this is a pretty neat one. It says, "I'm not afraid of storms, for I'm learning how to sail my ship." And that's Mary Louise Alcott. So these are these super cool cards. So I'll pull that out, and hopefully, you know, that strikes resonance with somebody, and that can help somebody today. All right. See you later. Bye.